Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to Double D Vintage Baseball Cards. My name is Dylan, and I'm going to be your host tonight. Today is not going to be a super long one. This is a video response, a VR response for Ken's Cardboard. Ken of Ken's Cardboard, he got 777 subscribers, and he's doing a giveaway. Me and Ken, I feel like we're best friends. It's so funny, like in the card community, you connect with certain people. He collects different stuff than I do, but also he still collects vintage and some of the same. But he collects modern stuff too. But somehow I just connected with Ken, and he's just a super nice guy and just an awesome guy to watch his videos. And he has this super epic, he's got this super epic display in his backdrop that he built. And I remember watching videos of him building that display. And the cards he's got these Pete Rose, the whole lineup of Pete Rose cards. Colorado Rockies. He's from Colorado, lives in Colorado, I should say. Just an awesome guy. And I wanted to send my love that direction and maybe win a blaster box. So he's giving away a blaster box. And he wanted us to tell him about do a video on our side PCs. My videos are normally super long, an hour long. I'm going to try and keep this within 20 minutes. We'll see where it goes. It could be 10 minutes, could be 5 minutes. That's just where we're at. So what I did was I brought out some of my cards from my collection, my side PC. I just threw a whole bunch of cool stuff out here. Most of this stuff is displayed on my wall. I have more. I just didn't want to go through digging around and everything. But my side PC, started off with tropical birds. Okay, I was just super into, this is from 1935, Abdullah and Company. I didn't do a bunch of research on, what the company did or anything like that. But regardless, I just loved it because of the bird. I love birds. I have birds that live in the wild here, and I hand feed them. They fly up to me. They'll land on me. They're songbirds. I spend a lot of time with my birds. And there we go. There's the shine. These are really cool. These are like the T205s, I think they're T205s. Let me see if I can get that light better. These are like the T205s with that super shine. Anyways, so I started on birds. I started on tropical birds, okay? And then right away it started into tropical, other tropical type things. But first we'll talk about the bird thing. I just love them. And I only do vintage. So I know I could buy a ton of stuff in Allen and Ginter, like the new stuff. They have birds. They have the next PC. I mean, my next PC kind of runs into this one. But how cool is that? I love the vintage, so I stick with those with the birds. Tells you about the birds. This is a parakeet. I don't just buy any bird card I see. It's got to be tropical. Got to be really cool. And this is my favorite one ever right here. 1889 Allen and Ginter. And I bought this, number one, because the bird was awesome and it was just a really beautiful card. But I also will probably never own a card from 1889 Allen and Ginter, a baseball card. It's not what I collect right now, and they're very expensive. And if I'm going to spend that kind of money, I'm going to buy other cards that I'm totally into right now. Now, maybe in 10 years or 5 years or 20 years, I have no idea. But in the meantime, I picked this up and I just love it. I love this card. This is what started the whole bird card. I got this, and my wife gives me permission to buy any bird and surf related cards I want, because over her desk we have another display, and I have a window that I blacked out from the outside, boarded, painted it, put just all kinds of stuff. I'm going to build another card display there, and it's all going to be my shark PC, which is next, and my bird PC, and my aquatics style PC, all vintage stuff. So I can buy all that I want. She's totally on board with that. So I've got plenty more stuff to discover. But yeah, what an awesome card, right? I don't remember what I paid off the top of my head exactly, but in the $30 range for a card from 1889 in perfect condition. It's so cool. So I went on the bird thing, and then I started buying ocean-related material. 1935. These are like $2 each, right? I was buying a lot of these from the UK. If they're reproductions of some, whatever, I don't care. They're not worth anything to me. Like they're not worth anything to somebody else. I just love them. They're just really cool. So I don't really care if it's a reproduction. They got me. Boom. Super cool. I don't think they are, to be honest. Just nobody collected these, and people have stacks of them. They're really thin cardboard. But if they are, whatever. It doesn't matter. They were like $2 each. Let's see. So the next PC I went on was because of an incident I had. Now, it's one of those things that has to do with this guy right here. This is a tiger shark. I know I have talked about this briefly in one of my videos. I wasn't expecting to ever talk about it. I got attacked by a tiger shark, and I have to estimate it to be about 12 feet. And it was about 2 years ago. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to talk about the experience. Sometimes, if I stop the production abruptly, sometimes I can talk about my story. Sometimes I just can't. So you just, I'll talk about it as much as I can. Anyways, I got attacked by a tiger shark at my local surf spot. I surf there all the time. And it was full-blown, he launched me out of the water. I was on top of him. I scratched up my toes. I was unscathed physically minus the toes because I had a wetsuit on. It was, I always wear a full top, and then I have shorts on. And so my toes got scraped from being on top of the shark. And as we're coming back in the water, let me just go into this a little bit while I can talk about it. It's one of those experiences as a surfer that you always think about in the back of your mind, but you never truly believe that it's going to happen to you. And you just, you can't explain. What happened that day was just random luck. I was surfing with a friend, and there was one other guy out. Actually, at the time I got hit by the shark, my friend was gone. He left. He drove away 30 minutes away. I was scoring this epic sandbar left and was sucking out. I was breaking way outside, reforming. I had my Apple Watch on, and I had it tracking an app tracking my surf session. So it tells you how long your waves are. It shows you every wave, and it tells you your heart rate and everything. So I actually have the details, which maybe I'll pop up in the corner here or side screen it. Yeah, I will. You know what? I'll find in my phone my heart rate at the very second and the very time I got attacked by the tiger shark, and the waves that I had caught prior, and the waves that saved my life. So anyways, I'm on the back of this tiger shark. I just got hit. I was laying down paddling, catching these reforms. I think I lifted my leg just randomly to turn around and catch this wave, and I just got hit by time standstill. If any of you have had these experiences in life, these life and death moments, time went 1 second felt like 2 years. I had a ton of thoughts while I was on top of this shark. So I felt it hitting me, and I looked down, and he's under my chest area. His head is under my chest with "This is my surfboard" say, and his head is right here, and it looked like he just clamped down. And that's the second I remember, and I got lifted in the air. I almost brought figures out, but I wasn't sure how I'd do with that. I was on the shark, and I'm up in the air, and when I know I'm being attacked by a tiger shark at this moment, and you always wonder as a surfer, what is it gonna feel like? And what are you gonna do? What are your reactions gonna be? Are you gonna lose it? Are you gonna scream? What's gonna happen? Well, I was on top of the shark for probably 2 seconds, right? And I went through a week's worth of thoughts, and I was super calm and collective, and telling myself when I was on top of him, I was just like this guy right here. I had my fist in the air. I was laying on him. I drew what I experienced, because there's a lot of people where I live I know of 3 people who don't have limbs because of these guys. So it's not common, but they're out there. So I was this guy on the back of the shark. I had my fist up in the air when I was on him. And that's just one of the thoughts I had. And I wanted to punch him in the eyeball. But his head was so big and so far in front of me, because I was at his dorsal fin. Like on the side of his dorsal fin, like riding him right here. I mean, he's 12 feet. So look, I'm 5'5". So, and he's thick, and tiger sharks are beastly. Their heads are really massive. So I talked myself out of hitting him, because I didn't want to piss him off. I didn't want him. We had like a moment. I look at him as we're coming back in the water. But while I'm up there, I'm thinking, okay, Dylan, get home to your wife and get home. I wanted to come home to Lauren. That was my biggest thing. I wanted to survive. So I instantly, all that went through. I didn't punch him, and we come down in the water together. So picture me on top of him. We come down together, back in the water, like he launched me in the air. And my board shot out one way. I have no idea where my board is. I thought it was in pieces. As we're coming down in the water, after I stopped myself from punching him and had all these crazy thoughts and plan in my head, I turn my back to him as he enters. Me and him enter the water together, and he turns right, and I'm literally on top of him. We're sinking back into the water together. Okay, I had to tell myself, look for your surfboard, and you need to go in. And I told myself, make sure you don't get cut up by the fiberglass, because I had already, on top of the shark, I already checked my side. I thought he bit through my side. I thought you're done. You're gonzo. This is game over. You're being attacked by a shark. It felt like a car just hit me. I can't even describe to you the feeling of the muscle that came across, that hit me. It felt like a truck. So I had to make a decision to turn my head and look for my board. I don't remember any moments between that moment of looking away from him and getting to my surfboard, wherever that was. I got my surfboard and I went in, and there's so much more that could go on in this, but I'll cut it there. I feel like I could keep it right there. I survived the incident. I got to the beach, and I was not close to the beach by any means. And I experienced a lot of stuff, and I surfed 4 days later. I went back in the water, and there was a professional surfer named Mick Fanning, and if you haven't seen the video of him being got tangled up by a great white shark during the middle of a contest live, it's absolutely incredible. And my experience is very similar to his, except for my tiger shark bit through my leash and was trying to bite through my body, and he just missed me. It was a full-blown attack, whereas Fanning's was, he got caught up in it, but it looks like an attack. It's crazy. So he went through some crazy emotional stuff, and as did I. I still have nightmares every once in a while, and I'll jump 12 feet in the air, right, as the shark is about to bite me, and wake up, and yeah, it's intense, but they're getting less, and I can talk about it more. And I surfed 4 days after the attack. I forced myself, not at the same place. It took me about 6 months to surf the same place, but I surfed there all the time. Surfed there yesterday, surfed there the day before, surfed there the day before that. So I'm back at it by myself. I'll go out in the water by myself. So there's my story. That's why I went on this next side PC. Sorry, Ken, I'm keeping you. Side PC of the sharks. So it went from my birds to my tropical sharks, and this was just an epic pickup. Another shark here I showed. Guy diving after him. Just so cool. This guy right here, I started not just the sharks. I got so into sharks after the attack. All I did and still do is watch shark videos on people getting attacked by sharks. Why they attack is the main ones I watch. Maybe not so much the ones that they get attacked, but what happened to them. And some guys have showed their leashes on there, and I have a leash that's shredded by being bit through, not broke, and that's my leash. And just I connect with that stuff. So yeah, this is my side PC, and I just absolutely love it. Wasn't a great way to get there, not a fun way to do it, but life experiences, something you never thought in a million years would happen to you. It happened to me. And you know what? People over here think I'm the luckiest person in the world because they're like, you're never going to get attacked again. So, I do. I look at it like that too, and I'll surf in the middle of the ocean by myself, a half mile out to sea. No problem. I'll do it. I have a shark watch I wear, a band I wear on my ankle if I'm surfing by myself in the middle of nowhere. But I will, and I'll continue to do it. So yeah, that's my site. Oh, and then, you guys saw this in my last video, but the shark box, the Jaws box, that thing pops up. So imagine getting these packs, right? And then thing pops up. I'm not going to pop it up right now, but so cool. And then also another mini side. It's not really a side PC, but kind of is. I know I always show like high-end vintage cards and like, that's my thing. That's my collection, what I keep in my system and what I keep track of. And, but I collect commons and just beat up old vintage cards. So I pulled out a bunch of 58 cards. I probably have like 500 common 58s. I could probably almost make a set, right? Including with my things, but I just don't build sets, but I do love the commons. So, it's just cool, right? I mean, you can't destroy these things. They're already all chewed up and just fun to go through. And then I collect any initials that are on the back. I love the ones with initials and stuff. So yeah, I thought those would be my backdrop today. So I know a lot of you guys, look at this thing. It's bent in half. I'm not going to put that in my system, but dude, it's awesome. And it can smell these cards. I mean, this is a really cool. I put this one on the top because the color is just awesome. Andy Pafko 58. So cool, that card. I have tons of doubles in here. But yeah, so there's my side PC. There's my shark story. And there's my entry into Ken's Cardboards. I'm going to leave a description for Ken and everything like that. I hope you guys really enjoyed this episode. Kind of let loose a little more. Yeah, I'm glad I was able to share that finally. Never really share that anymore because sometimes I can't talk about it. I know it's ridiculous, right? Because I'm perfectly fine physically. So, but yeah, it's one of those things. It was crazy. So, anyways, okay, double shaka, guys, and we'll talk to you later. Okay, you.